I think my character, Old, who's a lighthouse keeper, and if you believe what he says, he's been at sea for many years, but clearly his whole identity is wrapped up in being a lighthouse keeper. He's given his life to that. This is a guy that forewent a normal life. He has a little speech that doesn't dwell on it, but clearly he's got a wife and kids, but he couldn't live with them. He was too drawn to this life. It reminds me of like people that, you know, once they get the taste of battle, you know, like army, military people, they keep on going back and keep on going back, keep on going back because they feel a contact with life. My character, I think, feels a contact with, you know, a kind of history, a kind of touching with the elements. He likes the solitude, and he likes to hear his own voice. So I think he's going to do whatever he needs to do to protect that life he's found and that identity he's found. And this other character, I think, represents a threat to that. This film is so much about identity and power struggles and masculinity and about what happens to people when they're left alone. It was a pleasure. I mean, Rob Pattinson is, you know, a very committed actor. He works very hard. I think our approaches were very different, but the approach suits the role, suits what you need to do. You depend on each other. Dialect was a pleasure because the writing's quite beautiful, and Robert Eggers, who's very good, very thorough in his research and does it with a great joy and pleasure. It's not dead, it's very alive because he really lives in his imagination in these different times. We played around with different dialects, but I think he very strongly wrote it in a particular dialect. And we gravitated towards kind of a West Country accent that recalls Robert Newton, the actor Robert Newton, who was born in Dorset. That's kind of the accent. It's kind of a classic pirate accent because it was written that way. But you know, when you have those kind of tasks, it really helps with the pretending. It really sends you to a new place. You're speaking a different language. You don't feel like yourself. So there were many challenges, but they were all things that were beautiful things to play with, whether it's, you know, wearing fake teeth or, you know, growing a big beard, all these things, working with a limp. It sounds like a lot of bells and whistles, but it all comes together to transform your experience and make everything feel very unique and specific.